Hi, I'm Cheyenne from Riding Warehouse, and I'm here today to talk to you about half pads. If you're an English rider, you probably use or have used a half pad. They come in a variety of materials and can be used to add an additional layer of cushioning between your horse's back and your saddle, and they can also help improve minor saddle fitting issues. Before choosing a half pad, it's a good idea to look at how your saddle fits your horse. If you're not confident in doing this yourself, we suggest having a trainer or ideally a saddle fitter check for you. Once you have an idea of how your saddle fits, you can then decide what material and style will work best for your situation. While half pads have quite a few benefits, there are times when using them can actually do more harm than good. The best examples of this are if your saddle fits your horse really well, or especially if you think it might be too narrow. This is because extra padding can actually make the fit tighter in these situations. Another thing to consider when you're looking for a half pad is if you want one that is shimmable. A shimmable pad has pockets that let you add extra inserts, referred to as shims, to increase padding in the front, middle, or back of the pad. This can help you make minor saddle fit adjustments, making them really handy if you have horses in training that may develop more muscle over time, or if your saddle doesn't fit quite perfectly. Now let's talk about materials. First, we have sheepskin and wool, which are pretty popular in all English disciplines. The difference between sheepskin and wool is that sheepskin is still attached to the hide, making it more durable than wool, which is sewn onto a fabric backing. Since sheepskin is considered live hair, it usually has a softer feel, while wool can be a bit stiffer. Depending on the thickness, both of these materials can absorb shock during your ride. They are also really breathable and easily wick moisture. Most people choose to use them over a thinner all-purpose or dressage pad to keep them clean, but you can also place these pads directly on the horse's back. A downside to sheepskin and wool pads is that they can be a bit pricey, especially when you get into the higher-end brands. They also require special detergent to wash them, making them a bit of a hassle to maintain. Fleece half pads have similar attributes to sheepskin and wool, except fleece is a synthetic material. The synthetic fabric allows these pads to be washed more easily, and they are also more affordable. However, they may not wick moisture or absorb shock as effectively. Another popular material for half pads is foam, which can either be open or closed cell. Open cell foam has air pockets that allows it to be compressed down under pressure. An example of open cell foam is memory foam. These types of pads can help fill in gaps where your saddle may not fit well, and they can also absorb concussion. However, the thickness of this material can be a bit deceiving, since 1 inch of open cell foam may compress down to a 1/4 inch or less, and it can no longer absorb shock once it's compressed all the way. On the other hand, closed cell foam has closed air pockets that do not allow it to compress under pressure. Instead, it has more of an elastic and bouncy effect. This type of foam can help evenly distribute weight and will not let in moisture. The stable density can also make closed cell foam a great choice for shims, but is ideally used in thin layers to avoid excess bulk. A thick closed cell pad can create a tighter saddle fit and also cause a bounce effect throughout your ride. Another popular material for half pads is gel. Gel pads vary in structure and density. A honeycomb structure helps avoid the gel moving from an area of pressure into an area without pressure, a scenario that can actually worsen pressure points. Honeycomb gel pads are usually on the thinner side, making them a good choice as an extra layer of shock absorption. The downside of gel is the weight, as gel is typically heavier than other materials. Most gel half pads don't maintain a contoured shape either, which can make them difficult for use with horses that have prominent withers or spine. With ever-improving technology, there are always companies that will be coming up with their own unique materials for half pads. It's important to remember that not every half pad will work for every horse, rider, and saddle combination. We hope this helps make the options a little less confusing. For more information and to shop our selection of half pads, please visit us at ridingwarehouse.com.